Ashley Dunn here with the Where is the Buzz TV.
You're not sitting here interviewing me and not doing your homework. You know what I mean? Like you didn't just come here and just start. That's why I say good for you. Just you do so many of these interviews. You can tell people aren't paying attention. They haven't done their homework. You like excellence. Jordan like excellence.
See, you know you killing it. Okay, Tia. So create and cultivate.
Yes.
You're a huge supporter of them. They love you. We love you.
I'm obsessed. I am obsessed. You want to know why? Because I am all about empowerment.
What piece of advice would you give to those that are listening or watching that want to break into acting? They want a career as long as yours as an actor, and they want to work like you have consistently worked over the years. What piece of advice would you give them?
I would tell them to follow their dreams. Truly, it's possible. I'm from Ashtabula, Ohio. I'm sitting here on this IG Live with you talking about.
Talk about, speaking of kids, honoring the little girl in that picture. I love that story of how you feel like you have to bring her along and allow for her to experience all of the things that you are experiencing now. What do you think that the little girl in the picture would think of where you arrived to today?
Well, you know what? That's what someone told me, that the little girl needs to look at you at 54 and see what she gets to become. And I think that's what she would do. She would squeal at what she gets to become. I mean, she was a survivor. So she teaches me a lot, but she would squeal with delight.
That is like legendary to have that in your home on the wall. That's
Yeah,
like a blessing. That's
it is. It is.
okay.
You getting the scoop-de-doop. I ain't showing nobody else none of these pictures. What I'm showing you, baby. But you
I'm
know what
grateful.
you do? You do your research, and I'm glad, because I don't like people be like, "How'd you get started in comedy?"
With Melina, this is also her first feature that she's directed. So powerful black women that are writer director. How did this even come about?
I just knew she was the one to direct it. I wrote the script, and while I was writing it, I knew she was it. When I was done, I was really sure. And
At what point along that journey do you decide that you want to tell stories as a career for a living, that you want to write, you want to direct, and you want to act and star in the projects that you create? At what point along your journey do you decide that this is what you want to do?
At a very young age, probably 7 years old, I already
Joy, it's nice to be on a family show and a show that celebrates that.
And a show that touches on so many important aspects of family. Tell me what you're going to be doing for the holiday. The holidays are coming up. Can we expect a...
Never doubted myself, and I think that's the greatest gift you could give to a child is support them in pursuing their dreams, and I'm really blessed for that.
Thank you so much for bringing that up, Marta. I talked to so many people and I asked them about, did you get support from your family in choosing such a unique and different career path? And I think that it's very important for parents to advocate for their kids and get behind them in whatever it is they want to do.
For sure, yeah.
Do you feel like this film will be educational for millennials or for the younger generation coming up that may not even know what this was all about? Because this is based on a true story.
yeah, that's a wonderful question, and I really think it will be quite an educational movie. I think the writer Wes.
What advice would you give to those graduating seniors who are entering the workforce during this pandemic?
I think I would say the same thing to seniors who are graduating now in a pandemic would be the same thing I would say to seniors who were graduating 5-10 years ago, right? And it honestly is, whatever you decide to do, wherever you decide to do it, make sure that it is the thing you genuinely love.
Your love of reindeer, the whole shebang. How did you envision his character, and how did you bring it to life?
I mean, it was really. I kind of leaned on Chris and Jen to find out what direction they wanted, and
Everybody on here already followed you, but
this was awesome. I really appreciate. I just want to say I really appreciate your questions and just your your manner of speaking and interviewing and all of that. It's just really genuine, and it's been fun. So I appreciate it.
I love you.
Love you too. Thank you so much.
The characters are like people, family members. It's very relatable in the sense that you guys are acting, but you all are doing it so well that it's real. It comes off as, oh, I know her. That's
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
exactly.
And that's how we feel. We connect with this cast just like that. That's what I love so much about it. Talk to us a little bit about Jada, your character. Who is she to you?
I mean, she's just what you said. She's people that I know, you know, from different places. She's my sisters, you know, she's friends. She's just.
What will viewers expect and get from your show?
A heartwarming family drama about people who show up for one another in a time of crisis. It's about a family that looks like all of the families that I know. It's not bound by race, gender, sexual orientation.
Your mom, strong, smart, hardworking go-getter, she knew early on that you would be the star that you are today, right? That you would sing at the age of 5 and that you would then join drama club at the age of 11.
Yeah.
Cynthia, talk to us a little bit about your childhood and how did mom know early on that you would be this?
My mom's kind of awesome. She has this baby book, and I love the story because it's so her forethought, the way she thought about me.
Hello, I love your hair. I love your look. Oh my gosh, we have like a precision bob thing going on.
Can we get this moment, precision bob moment? Hello. You look fabulous.
Okay, let me just show you the full. Before I take this off to talk properly into this microphone.
Okay, give us your
look.
Okay, are we getting this?
Are you getting this? Okay.
What made you want to speak out and even address the rumors about it? Because normally you wouldn't. You would just let people say whatever they would want to say. But what made you want to address them?
You know, it broke my heart to think that there's little girls seeing this commentary and thinking it's true.
Right.
It broke my heart that in a season when you have young Black men and women being murdered everywhere.
Well, you look gorgeous tonight, and I know you're here to support the film Queen and Slim. So how of course,
I'm extremely excited about this film. Extremely excited for so many incredible people to go out and support this film. Not just our women, but our men as well. We support our women who are directors and.
What stories do you want to tell?
Ooh, that's really great. It's a deep question. I you know what? I've always known that I didn't just want to act. Like I've always known, like I want to act, I want to be an actor, but I've always known that, like,
Baldwin Beauty. It premiered at Sundance this year. Talk to us about that project. How did that come about?
That was really cool. First of all, you're really well researched, so thank you for taking out time and doing that. I really see you're serious about it, and I want to tell you I recognize you in your work. So thank you very much.
How does this feel that you using your voice to be an inspiration and help other people to live in their truth?
Well, I think it feels great. I feel like there was always something that was like I was meant to do, but I was never able to find it. So I always tried to do all this stuff, and I eventually just stopped looking for it, and I think I found it. Yeah.
Tell us all about Riley. I fell in love with Riley. Although she went through a traumatic experience and she, was pretty much retreated into herself, we see her rise above it, right? We see her come back to her own, if you will. Explain how you tapped into those emotions of the character.
So Riley was a really interesting part.
You said that quote in 2014. 6 years later, what are your thoughts and where do you stand with the current climate of where we are now? What are your thoughts?
Race is as American as apple pie. Racism is as American as apple pie. It's so deeply rooted.
Speak to us really quickly, if you will. I know you have to go, about why you wanted to get involved in this film.
I mean, I think honestly, when I first found out about the project, I wasn't familiar with Bryan Stevenson, and I was embarrassed. I didn't know that this man existed. That I didn't know his work was so important. So once I read the book, I got a chance to listen to his TED Talk, hear him speak. I ran towards it. I felt a sense of responsibility to tell his story and try to get it in front of as many people as possible.
You just shared recently about keeping your dreams alive on ABC News. Speak to how important it is. You've had longevity in your career. Speak to how important it is to keep your dreams alive and continue the good fight with fighting for you.
Well, as an artist, if your dreams die, you die as an artist, period.
Speak to us, or what piece of advice can you give women out there that are watching this, or even men if they're watching this, that want to pivot, they want to change, whether it's in life or a career, they want to make a change, but they're afraid to. What piece of advice would you give them?
Ashley, good for you. That's a great question. And you are, I've watched some of your interviews. You listen very well. And that is the key to being a great connector of people. So good for you for even I just want to just give you those props. I've been watching you and I think you're great. I really do.